everybody today? Yes? Eric Overholzer, are you really watching service from laying in the lounge chair? Wow, good for you. Now you all know, get here early enough and you can get the lounge. Yes, excellent. So everybody good this morning? Anybody here for the first time today? Yes. We have a gift for you. Where are you? Right over here. Tell everybody your name. Go ahead and stand up for 1 second. Jennifer. Jennifer, what's your last name? Tothpaul? That is my book, Mental Muscle. You can take it and run it for 16 weeks all by yourself or call me. I'll tell you all about it. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to us today. What do you do, Jennifer? Oh, you're a nurse. Applause for that. You're a nurse, too. The nurses are over here. If anybody has an issue, right over here. Is there another nurse here? Oh, yeah. Okay, we have a lot of nurses here, so we should be good today. Okay, well, thank you for joining us today. Okay, everybody stand up. And let's sing. You ready? I want to hear you. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It's very simple. No, I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Thank you. Well, I am loving every living thing. Right, Corinne? I can see the face of God in paupers and kings and queens. Well, we're all precious, no one less or more. We all got the same treasure in store. I am loving every living thing. Everybody, come on. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, it makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Well, I am loving every single thing. I can see the face of God in everything. What I do is I reach right down to how I feel. I take a deep breath and I grab that wheel. I'm believing in everything. Here we go, everybody. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. All right, let's give it up for John DePatty. And now say good morning to one another. Keep saying good morning to one another. I'll get there. They're still talking, Robbie, so I'm going to wait a minute. Just hang out there for a minute. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm reaching for my highest place, with the wind at my back and a smile on my face. Well, I'm living my dream more and more each day. And you know what? I don't care what those wigglers say. I am reaching for my highest place. Okay, let me hear you now, Marty. Can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. How's it make you feel, Gabby? It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. How's it make you feel, Becky Southwell? It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. guys are lively today. That's good. How's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling good? Good. So we had a great poker night on Friday night. Who played poker? I know Steve Brabant played poker. And who was the winner of poker night? You. Oh, I won. That's right. Yes. I was the top winner of poker night, which makes no sense whatsoever. It just shows you it's really luck. No, it's not. You shouldn't laugh at that. It is consciousness. I went in saying, I know nothing about poker, and I will win. Steve, what did you go in saying? What did you go in saying?
I just had to sit there and watch you win. What was your winning hand?
Oh my God, yes. So I played one hand where I was like, I don't even understand what's on this table at the moment. But you know what, I'm just going to stay in. And I just stayed, and then I realized I didn't have a hand, but Steve was making fun of me for staying in when he didn't think I had a hand either. And I just stayed in, and he got out, and pretty much, I think only 3 of us were left, and I won with an 8. I won with an 8, because my 8 was higher than what the other 2 cards the person that stayed in had. Yeah. You're all like, why did we come here today to talk about this? We come together every Sunday as a spiritual community to do one thing and one thing only. What is that?
Remember right where I am, God is.
Oh my God, you almost said that together. So what did you say, Becky?
Well, I had to try to remember what it was.
Yes, everybody, Becky Southwell is in the house. And I'm actually going to be talking a little bit about Becky and Dylan and their family that all moved to Portugal 3 years ago? 3.5 years ago. Yes, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. So we come together to know that right where I am, God is. Right, and to remind ourselves of our vision statement, which is? Love only. I'm sorry, what is it? Love only. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Does it feel good?
Yes.
Anybody challenged with that lately? No? You're all good? Everybody's perfect. Everybody is loving only. You only love. No matter what happens, all you do is love. Is that it? Michelle just said, after a little consideration, we work it out. And then?
Forgive everything.
Okay, stop right there. How you doing with forgiving everything? Would you say not well? Yeah. That's the hard part, isn't it? It's challenging sometimes to forgive everything because we can really make sense out of the things that we don't think we should have to forgive. Anybody?
Yeah.
Can't you make sense out of the things? But yeah. And then the last one.
Remember who you are.
Ray, you look confused.
No, this is my normal appearance.
I said, forgive everything, and I look over, and he's like, that is your normal appearance, yes. Okay, so love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. So everybody take a deep breath. It can be difficult in the world that we're living in. I suppose at any time in the history of mankind, it can be difficult to remember that everything is sacred. To remember that when we talk the word God, when we speak the word God, we mean everything, and we mean everyone. No exclusions from that list whatsoever. Understanding that at the heart and soul of all living things is this inherent love. Yes? So I invite you to you walk through those doors today. I'd like to suggest that every time you walk through those doors, like Marilyn just did, every time you walk through these doors, you let go of the world outside of these doors. You let go of the relative world. You let go of what's going on in your life. You let go of all of it. And you come to this perfect blank page where life's ready to be written by whatever you decide to write. So close your eyes for a moment. Find that blank page and just listen. so sacred, so secret. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so sacred, so secret, so secret, so precious, this love. Just let those words reverberate. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 I will share this love. So I just want you to think about your life for a moment. The aspects of your life. The people that are in your life. Perhaps the job you have, the career you have. Your body, the health of your life. And I want you to, as you let these things move through your mind, fall into that perspective of it's all sacred, it's all perfect, it's all God, it's all exactly what you decide it is. All the people, all the places, all the things, all sacred, all beautiful. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 I will share this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, this love, this love, this love. Now take a deep breath. Hold it for a moment, as long as you can hold it. And take another breath on top of that, and slowly let it out. Thank you, guys. How do you feel?
Amazing.
Good, right? Good. Okay, let's bring up the Reverend Dr. Andrea. Come on up, sweetie. Okay, so I don't need this anymore. Hold on. You look great. I love all that black.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask them. Don't put the slide up yet, Swan. What is our theme this month?
Focus.
What is it this side? Focus. Right, Andrea?
Yes.
So now you can put it up, Swan. Focus. Get that lens. Really pull it in. So what's happening in your world that focus?
Okay, so last week I was talking to my business coach and she said, Andrea, what are you doing on these dating apps? Because like all of the time that you're investing in trying to find that perfect person, you could have finished your book and published it. You could have had your online course up and running, knock it off, right? And then I met Mr. Wonderful.
On a dating app?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And we are actually going out on a date today for our first date, but I'm pretty crazy about him already, so.
Wow. How can you be crazy about him when you haven't met him yet?
You should see who this man is.
Wait, that's his profile.
No. He has 54 patents that have been purchased by the government. He's like brilliant man, and he's also just sailed from France to LA. Took him 6 months. 11.
He sailed by himself.
He had a crew of 5 on his sailboat, and he's kind. And he's
Which dating app is this?
Hinge.
Just checking. No offense.
So anyway, so when you focus on what you don't want, shit shows up. That's great. I'm just saying.
Wow. Brad, where are you, Brad? 1, thank you. Brad is in charge of any time someone curses on this stage.
1, okay. Well, it's a good thing that this is the congregation that we have because they're used to it.
True. Tiffany's also here, so yeah.
But you know what? More than about me focusing, I want to talk about the power of my daughter and her husband who have focused in the last 4 months in a way that turned a lot of tragedy into triumph. And they are sitting right there, and I'm so proud of them.
Yes, and
I've never seen anything like it, to be honest with you. I'm like, wait a minute.
I actually got to marry them.
You did.
I did, so it was fabulous.
Stunning.
Yes, it was great.
Beautiful.
Great wedding.
But what's interesting to me is that, even though I've been in this teaching and at this center since 1992, my daughter's conviction and clarity and consciousness has blown anything that I've ever known to be true out of the water.
Since she has really started being here and focusing and bringing her children here.
Yeah,
see, that's the thing. To bring your children here, and there's one of our major children teachers. Michelle was one of our she ran the youth program for years.
Love that.
And Connie, where's Connie? And there's one of the other. I think Connie replaced you, right? Yeah. So it's to bring your children here.
Yeah.
I'm getting all emotional. My children grew up in this teaching, and when we lost Nora, this teaching saved my son. He had such perspective, such insight. He was so grounded when that happened. That this teaching saved all of us in the family, because we knew who we were.
Yeah.
We knew who she was. We knew what the teaching told us, and we felt it.
Right.
And I'm watching you do the same thing. And I love when your kids come up here every Sunday. They're just so fun to hear, and they're so free and open. And that's what this teaching is: free and open. Yeah. So I'm glad you brought them up. That's great. And you're doing great, right? Yeah, she's like, yeah, we're doing good.
No, this feels weird to talk from here, but
Come up here. You can tell us. Here. You want to be a minister? Here's your chance.
okay.
Hold on, I'm giving you a mic. Here you go. Oh, you're both in black.
And here I am. I called you out without even telling you I was going to. But
It's okay.
This feels like one of those Wednesday nights when it's like, tell us what's happening in your life.
I guess I want to say I'm thankful for this place. I'm thankful for you. The universe brought me to my knees 4 months ago. And I started coming here. And my whole being has shifted in 4 months in a way that could only be God, could only be my awakening, my true sense of self. I was stripped of everything because the universe looked at me and said, this is not what you're here for. And I'm not going to allow you to spend one more minute of your life living without the fulfillment that you deserve. And the beautiful belief system that you need to share with the future generations of your family, the way that my grandparents, my great-grandmothers have tirelessly studied for me to have this moment here with my husband and my mom and my kids. And so, yeah, I am dedicated to becoming a minister as well now.
Awesome.
And I am focused because that's what this is all about. That is my focus. My focus is making this place a Calvary. I want I want to bring this message to women and young families who need to hear it. So
Okay.
sorry.
Oh my God. We're grateful.
You can sit. You don't need to stay up. She'll talk to you later about that.
Right.
No, that's so beautiful. And she's been telling me that every Sunday when she leaves. And I'm like, and I believe you. I believe you. And that's how I feel about it. And the thing is, when you focus this teaching on your life, when you come from this teaching and focus it, everything's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, in the quantum field, in this unlimited quantum field, everything is possible. I say it every Sunday to everybody here and anybody there, everybody that hears me. Everything is possible. And so it confuses me when people feel like nothing's possible, or when it's not possible, or that there are too many. It's at my age, this is impossible. At any age, at any time, in any body, no matter how much money you have, no matter what's going on, no matter what's happened in the past, I'll say it one more time, 2 words, everybody. Everything's possible. That's 3 words if you add the is.
You know, I want to say that I recently started reading a bunch of Gay Hendricks' books. I know. One of them is called...
We just had a Gay Hendricks conversation.
Did you really?
Although when you just said I started reading gay, I was like, books?
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
So I know, but Gay Hendricks wrote a book called The Big Leap, I think it is. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So one of the quotes in there, and I've been practicing it, and I have it posted on my rearview mirror in a couple of places in my house, is I expand in abundance, success, love, and creative expression every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. And I tell you what, that has changed my experience about myself and about everything. Just because when we practice focusing, right, it's like I can say, yeah, that makes sense, I believe that, but no, if I'm
but do you believe that?
Well, when I drop in and
exactly.
Right. But when I'm operating in my day, having those post-it notes around that remind me about that is very powerful. And I also spend a few minutes every morning just with my eyes closed, affirming that to myself. Yep. And I really do feel expanded. And one piece of that I teach my clients to say is that it is okay and safe for my life to change, right? I am a person who, when I first heard that quote, I was like, really? Do I really feel that? Do I believe that?
It is okay and safe for my life to change.
And
we're going to talk about that in a little bit on my talk.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if you know that these two here, they are Gay Hendricks teachers.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes. We just talked about it this morning, so they're just nodding yes to all the quotes.
Okay, so in the last month or so, I've listened to like 5 of their books, and I'm like, whoa. The couples book.
Well, that's what they do too.
Well, the couples book, it reinforces what is taught in The Big Leap, but in a different way. It's the same kind of information and content, but it just like takes.
Well, maybe
you
can read that book with the sailor.
He does not need to read that book. He's already there. He's already there.
Good answer. Should we do our affirmation?
Yes, please.
Let's do it. Let's see. Here we go. What's the affirmation, Swan? What is it?
I keep my mind focused on my highest good.
Do you?
I do.
I know.
I actually do, and that's why my life feels like the way it feels. Yeah.
Thank you, Anthony. Yeah. Okay, so let's. How do you want to do that?
Would you guys like to stand? Then don't.
Was that Reverend Dr. Tiffany?
You can focus from where you are, or you can join
you can
me and
stand.
stand. Yes.
Really,
You
it's
focus
your choice,
and look
Steve
at your
Ray
life, Miss Becky. All right.
Okay, here we go.
I keep my mind focused on my highest good.
How did that, should we do one more time?
One more
For the
time.
people that are sitting. Get them some energy. Here we go. Ready?
I keep my mind focused on my highest good.
Yes. Give it up for Reverend Dr. Andrea.
Love you.
Great. Oh, thank you for bringing her up.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh. I know. That was great. Thank you. And Gabby, thank you for coming up here and being so vulnerable and open. And I'm so excited about the younger ministers coming up. You know, one of our other young ministers coming up is up in the booth right now.
Yeah.
Swan Draper.
Woo!
Now I see a hand waving over top of the thing. Yes. I'm very excited about that. And my son keeps telling me he's going to be a minister too. But I told him make money first. No, he's also doing great in the film industry. I mean, he just finished Freaky Friday 2. He's moving on to Tangled live action. He's just doing amazing stuff. But he keeps saying, you know, he said, what I really want to do, you know, most actors are like, what I really want to do is direct. He's constantly saying, what I really want to do is be a minister. I said, well, have your life and then be a minister when you're ready to be a minister. I said, I didn't become a minister till I was 46-ish. Was it 46? I don't even remember now. Was it 46? Yeah, around 46. Yeah, like 10 years ago. So, wow, tough room. This song that I asked Carol to learn, Carol came back to me with her own version of this, with a version of this that is really cool. So, yeah, Ray Charles. It's Ray Charles's version of this. So please welcome Carol Hatchett.
Mindy is going to join me.
Oh, and Mindy Schinnerer. Yes.
The joy. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone.
Woo!
I can see all obstacles in my way. Can you see them? Can you see those obstacles? And gone are the dark clouds that really had me down. Said it's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Tell them, Mindy, come on. It's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Sing it with me, y'all. Yes, I can make it now that the rain is gone. And all of the bad feelings have disappeared. Poof, just like that. Here is the rainbow that I've been looking for. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Yeah, look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. Come on, John, tell them how you feel. the blue sky. I can see clearly now that the rain, all the rain is gone, all the rain is gone, and I can see all the obstacles standing in my way. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. Hey, you know it's gonna be a bright, oh, bright sunshine day. Tell them, Mindy, it's gonna be a bright sunshine day. You know it's gonna be a bright sunshine day. Hey, it's gonna be a bright sunshine day. Thank you so much.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yeah, one more time for Carol. And Mindy, thank you. Thank you for jumping in too. Excellent, really excellent. So when I wake up in the morning, before I get out of bed, I literally tell myself that it's going to be a great day. Because it's just too easy to wake up in the morning and assess how's the day going to be. Do you notice the difference? It's very easy to wake up and say, what do I have to do today? Because some of the times you wake up and you're like, oh, God, I have so much to do today. Imagine what your day feels like when you start from that. When you wake up and you make an assessment that is not to your advantage. Even if you wake up, and anybody wake up with any aches and pains? Am I the only one? Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, even that, right? So I wake up, and yesterday I did shoulders, right, at the gym. And I woke up this morning, but before I checked to see how my body was feeling, I was like, today is an amazing day. And then I sat up and went, oh, okay. And then I remembered I did shoulders. I was like, it's just shoulders from yesterday. I do that because it's just too easy for me to slip into an energy that's not going to service me throughout the day. So that song, I Can See Clearly Now, it says, I can see clearly now, because the rain is gone. So this song actually tells you I can see clearly because all this stuff has gone away from me. But as you just shared, what about seeing clearly when it's still raining? What about seeing clearly when aspects of your life are still in disarray? What about seeing clearly no matter what's going on with your health, no matter what's going on in your relationships, no matter what's going on with your finances, no matter what's going on, good, bad, or indifferent? What about seeing clearly in those moments? What about before you can see clearly? When you're seeing things a little blurry, a little confusing, when, as you said, when life seems to just strip you naked down to the core of your being. I know that has happened for everybody in this room at some point. Is there anybody who has never had that moment where everything's just been, you are just stripped away and you're like, now what? I don't think so. I think we've all had that experience at one time or another. Some of us are lucky we've had many times. But before I can see clearly, what's that thing in the Christian church, certainly the Baptist church, they're prayed up. I've got to be prayed up before anything shows up where I need to pray about, right? And this teaching, that's what this teaching's all about. When you remember who you are, you're prayed up. You absolutely are prayed up when you remember who you are. Because then no matter what happens, what is happening to someone who knows who they are. And if I know who I am, then whatever's going on, I can see clearly. And not now, I can always see clearly, no matter what. Thank you. So, I have a question for you today. The first question I have for you all is this. Where's your focus? What are you focusing on in your life? Where is your focus? Is it on the stuff that's blurring you, or is it on the fact that you know who you are? Do you focus from an already established premise of I know who I am? Or do you focus from an already established premise of I look to see who I am? I look to see how my life is going to go. I look to see what the odds are. How many of you play the odds of your life? I look to see whether or not this is going to work out for me or not, and make my decisions based on that. So, I have a bunch of things to look at today. Here's the first quote by Carl Jung. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. Right? That's exactly what you just said too. So, what are you basing your focus on? Are you focusing on what's out here? You know, it's a challenging world that we all live in. But you know what? My parents could have said that when I was 10, that it was a challenging world they were living in. So I think we need to get over this idea that this is so different. We're just really challenged. No, it's not. And I don't mean challenging in a bad way. I mean, life will always be challenging because we are always evolving. And to evolve, we must jump over things. We must move through things. We must allow our minds to evolve, allow our lives to evolve. So, who looks outside dreams. I can dream of a better life. We can all do that. And dreaming's not bad. But who looks inside becomes awake. Awakens to what's really going on. So the focus I'm looking at today is a focus that's already perfectly aligned inside of who I am. And when I look from that, I see things differently. I feel like Carol up here singing. You know, I feel those lyrics. I can see clearly now. Everything's done. I know who I am. I know what's possible. And I'm moving in that direction. That's what I really want to talk about today. So Henry David Thoreau said this. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. Right? So, what do you see right now? And I'm going to ask you to just check in on your mind. What have you been seeing? What have you allowed yourself to focus on? And what have you been seeing? Because it's not just the focus, it's what do you see once you do focus? What are you feeding your mind with? What are you expanding your awareness of life with? Are you seeing from the perspective of, I remember who I am? Or are you seeing from a fearful perspective? Are you seeing from an awkward perspective or from a disoriented perspective? What is it? And sometimes it's all of the above, yes? Sometimes it's all of that. Sometimes I'm so clear, and then sometimes I catch myself and I have to go, why am I thinking that? Or why am I afraid of that? Why am I worried about that? So, I have a friend visiting, Becky Southwell, from Portugal. And 3.5 years ago, we had dinner with them at their house here in Westlake Village, right? You were here? Agora. Same thing to me. A little closer, yes, to Studio City. And we had dinner with them. And we weren't expecting to hear what we heard at that dinner when they told us they were selling everything and moving to Portugal. And we were like, what? Why would you do that? And, you know, their kids were, how old?
Going into grades 9 and 10.
They were going into grades 9 and 10. And they were both like, yeah, we're moving to Portugal. It's all going to work out great. And it was a little surprising to me. And I didn't have a negative feeling about it, but I was like, wow, what's that like to just... Huge leap, the big leap. What is that like to untether myself from everything and everyone I know, physically, sell everything, and move to a place I think you visited before, right? You went and looked at. Oh, you hadn't visited yet. Great. This gets even better, this story. Has not even visited yet, but they're going to Portugal. And they had their reasons, and they explained everything to us. And then, shockingly, they actually did it. I mean, it's one thing. If I had $1 for every person that told me what they were going to do and then never did it, I'd be even wealthier than I am. But they did it. They moved to Portugal. Now, we have had Zoom dinners with them, and we keep in touch with them as we go along, and I love their children. And so Becky came in with Bella, her daughter, and I was asking her how it was going, and we talked about this move. And basically what Becky said to me was, she said, you know, I have learned in my life to really make decisions based on my intuition, not the facts. I mean, not that she doesn't look at them, we all look at them, but at the end of the day, like this quote, or the quote right before it, are you going to deal with what's in your heart, or are you going to deal with what's going on in the world around you? And basically, if you learn to see from your heart, from your intuitive knowing, you're going to make different decisions. You're going to make different choices in life if you really listen to what your heart is telling you. Now, for some people, that's difficult because you don't trust your intuition. You're not sure if what you're hearing is actually intuitively guided, or if you've really let your critical thinking mind bring all of the information into play as you're feeling what you're feeling. It's called spiritual practice. To stay in alignment with, to stay in touch with that part of you, that pure part of you that knows what to do. And that it's not listening to all of your friends. I'm sure many of your friends told you were insane, didn't they? Yeah. Was I one of them? No. Good. Okay. I just wanted to know if I said that. No. No. I generally say what I mean when I mean it, to who I mean it to. Right, Tiffany? Yeah. So this intuitive thing, when we talk about focus, what are you focusing? Are you focusing a lot of crap, that doesn't count, information in your head? Are you taking all that information and then focusing it? Or are you willing to and able to put all of that aside, as I said, when you walk through this door, which is why I value this time on a Sunday. Are you able to walk through the door, put it all aside, and then listen to something in you that absolutely knows? And I was very excited to get this picture so you can all see. There's their family now in Portugal. That's the bay they live in Portugal. Isn't that beautiful? And those are those two little kids, Connie, that you raised in church. Yes. Yes. And Michelle, I don't know if you had them. They weren't in NoHo. Although the funny part is, I met them from NoHo. When I was in NoHo, Dylan was part of CSL Westlake here with Dr. Maureen. And he took mental muscle with me. And so one day, he and Becky came to NoHo to church. I remember that day that they came to visit. And it was just ironic that we then ended up here, and we all ended up together again. But I want you to look at this picture, because what this picture is a picture of, really, is an intuitive choice to change everything. The quote you talked about, I'm not afraid to change everything. Everything. Their careers, too. Everything. I mean, they were successful screenwriters, television writers. Dylan had an incredible career. When I first met Dylan, he was one of the actors on, what was the show we used to watch? Kevin? Arrow, the TV series Arrow. And I was like, oh my God, Dylan, Neil. It was very exciting. And he was teaching a class around the corner from us. Yes, Becky? Wait, does anybody think this sounds irresponsible?
I did. On a whim, we did a year of research.
Yes, you did, of where to live.
The numbers over and over and over. We treated and we moved our feet, and the moving our feet was the research, and then we sat with it.
Well, I can tell you,
For like that internal knowing, and then we knew. Go now.
I could research from now till the end of my life, and it would still be difficult to do what you did, no matter what I knew. Yeah. So, this is what we're talking about today. I want you all to move. I want you all to leave this country, get out of here, Move away. Just tell me where you're going so I can open up a Global 2 center nearby. That's not it at all. When I was a New York actor, I pretty much untethered myself to everything and moved to New York. My family told me, good luck. I mean, really, basically, they said, you don't have any training. You're not that great a singer, a dancer, or an actor. I mean, it's not, people there are serious. They're really professional people. That's not us. Notice the word us. That was the familial AEP. We are not, and our AEP was, we never get the breaks. I heard that my whole childhood growing up. All my aunts, my uncles, my father. We never get the breaks. Our family never gets the breaks. So I grew up with that. I untethered myself to all of that stuff and moved to New York City where I got the breaks. Break after break after break after break. And I have to say, I moved to New York with a vision and with a real focus on who I was going to be and what I wanted to accomplish. My first spiritual education began with a man named Swami Satchidananda. How many of you remember Swami Satchidananda? Yeah, I actually met with him and sat at his feet for a couple of years, learning who I really was. My family went nuts because they were Catholic. They were Sunday Catholics and Easter Catholics, but they were Catholics. And when I started chanting and started the Buddhist training, they literally thought I had gone off the deep end, but I still stayed untethered to all of that stuff. I stuck with Swami Satchidananda until I heard Eric Butterworth speak, which was Unity. And once I heard Eric Butterworth speak at Unity, which was kind of bringing Catholicism and Buddhism into an understandable form for me, I started feeling better about who I was and what I was. And I pretty much had a very strong focus. This is what Swami Satchidananda said, and that is him. Everything begins in the mind. If you want to see clearly, you need clear vision. Everything begins in the mind. By the way, that doesn't say brain, does it? No, the brain is used by the mind. So what is the mind? Mind is consciousness. It's the infinite consciousness of the universe that moves in and through Doug Draper, individuates in this one person here, for him to use the infinite source of everything to make the decisions for his life about what is best. That's what you have that's what is accessible to you. The infinite intelligence and wisdom of the universe moving through all of life and bringing it through into James Mellon so that I can now use all of that to make the decisions I need to make with my life. Nowhere does it say, look at everything everybody else is telling you. Now, that's going to be a part of it, because that's also consciousness, everything that's going on in the world. But which one is the one that we need to really rely on? That is our intuitive nature. That is what is inside of us. And then we take that and focus it. Okay? So, what's the vision you have for your life that is not based on everything out here? Do you even know? What vision do you have for your life that is not based on all of the yeah buts from your history? What vision could you have? What vision could you put into play for your life that is not predicated on the past or predicated on what people normally think of as normal? That doesn't seem normal, what they did. It's not normal. Most people don't do that. But when you really get clear, you can create a vision of your life completely outside of anything you've ever imagined. We need to know that. We need to believe that. And as Gabby said, we need to be teaching our children that. Because our children and our children's children are the ones that are going to be taking this truth and blowing it into the world. And there's going to come a day when your children's 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 children are going to be like, do you know that great-great-great-granny Andrea didn't know she was God until way late in her life when she met a sailor. But that's what our ancestors are going to be like. Wow. Like we say, do you know they believe that the earth was flat? We all laugh at, most people, laugh at that the earth is flat. Someday people are going to be laughing and going, they didn't know who they were. They actually believed there was some guy in the sky dictating everything, and that yet they had everything they needed right inside of them. That's what's going to happen. So, Wallace Wattles said this: you cannot retain a true and clear vision if you are constantly turning your attention to opposing pictures, whether they be external or imaginary. Wallace Wattles was a great financier, knew exactly what to do with money, and knew exactly what prosperity was all about. And what he's saying here is, and I picked this picture, I thought it looked like you, Pavel, actually. I picked this picture, and I thought to myself, this is what we get caught up in. We're constantly looking back, when our job is to open up and just look forward. Everything that's behind us is there to propel us forward, not to take us back to it. So, the title of my talk today is Retrospective Embarrassment. In case you didn't get it, his back is to you, but his head's swiveled to the back, looking behind him. Just in case you didn't notice, the suit was backwards. Yes. Right? Isn't it? Lori Savage found that. So, retrospective embarrassment. This title came because at Advanced Consciousness this week, Reverend Franny said that. She said, I have retrospective embarrassment about some things. I was like, what? What is that? And she said, retrospective embarrassment. I was like, oh my God, I love that. Instantly I said, that's the title of my talk on Sunday. Retrospective embarrassment. So, Bella, Becky's daughter, Becky was going to show me a picture of Bella's hair when she had purple hair, was it? Pink hair. And Bella was like, no, don't show him that. Retrospective embarrassment. I have a picture of me in very tight red pants with bell bottoms with a big purple flowery shirt, with a big collar from when I was in that phase. I still have those pants. I do. I wore them in my show, Sissy Boy. Remember, Connie? Yeah. But I was always so embarrassed by that picture. I was like, oh my God, how did no one even suspect I was gay? Of course, when I say that to people, they went, oh, we knew. Yeah. So retrospective embarrassment. So I want to ask you a question. What do you see when you look back at your life? Is there anything you're embarrassed about? I love that. Marty's just sitting there going, nope. Not a thing. Can we all say everything that has happened in your life, every choice, every hair choice, every outfit choice, every partner choice, every career choice, every aspect of your life, there's nothing to be embarrassed about? No. Peggy's like, no. Really? Really? Anybody? Tell me something you're embarrassed about. What are you embarrassed about, Peggy? Well, I'm here to absolve you. You know, as a minister, I can absolve you, because I am an ex-Catholic. Yes. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you're done. Yes. So, embarrassment, retrospective embarrassment. Can I just tell you what that's doing? That embarrassment has energy. It adds to your identity. It adds to what you think about yourself, whatever that was. You know what? I'm going to wear those red pants some Sunday. I actually went to put a shirt on this morning, my new ruffled shirt that I'm saving for Greece. I almost put it on this morning, and then I didn't. I'll wear it when I come back from Greece. I think it's important for us to really take a look at our lives and say, is there anything I'm still holding against myself? Because that's a focus. It takes focus away from what I want to do. Here's a quote on embarrassment by, oops, that's not it. Is it? Huh. That's odd. I think I'm missing slides. Yeah, I'm missing a bunch of slides, Swan, somehow. Okay. Okay, so I am not embarrassed in the least. Swan's not embarrassed either. Are you, Swan? Good, we'll talk. So here's the quote. It's by Anonymous. It's this. Embarrassment has a lot to do with thinking too much. How's that? Do we good with that so far? Let it go. Nobody cares as much as you think they do. It's true, right? Totally. I love that one. So here's my question to you. How quick are you letting it all go? How quickly do you let things go when you have an embarrassing moment? Or do you hold on to it? Or are you really freaked out by it? Right? And then this another one is embarrassment lasts a moment. Regret lasts a lifetime. So today I want you to really take a look at any regrets you have in your life. And make sure that those regrets are not what's focusing your life forward. Make sure that the embarrassment, that retrospective embarrassment from the past, is not still in play as you are moving forward. You should not care about anything that has happened up to this point. You've learned, you know, there's nothing more to learn from it. We've already figured out what we did, why we did it, and we need to be good with it. So, I think this is the next quote now. Arthur Miller. The best work that anybody ever writes is the work that is on the verge of embarrassing him. Always. Yes. I thought that'd be good for you, Becky. Right? And so for we writers, I have my musical, it starts rehearsals today at 2:00 for the next presentation of this time for a huge audience, for a theater that will maybe be the theater that does the world premiere. And I wrote a brand new opening, a giant opening to this new musical. And I was almost embarrassed to let anybody see it. I read it and I was like, oh God, I think this might be dreadful. And I put it away. Never played it for Kevin, never played it for anybody. I put it away. And that was like 4 months ago. And as we started to do this process again, I pulled it out again and I went, oh, that's pretty good. Wonder why I was so, and I thought, do I instantly think what I've written isn't good? It's something to really look at, and I really had to look at it. And now I am rewriting, chopping things, cutting things, just rewriting, because I've decided I don't care what y'all think. It's time for me to write what I think, what I want. And so that opening that I wrote is now the opening of the show. It's a giant new opening, and it'll be what it'll be. And if people tell me, I didn't like that opening, I'll be like, okay. We'll see what happens next time. Yeah. So, George Lucas said this, always remember, your focus determines your reality. So, my question to you today is, are you aware of what is determining your reality? Are you really aware of it? Are you really spending the time this month before you focus the camera? Make sure you understand what you're focusing on. What do you want to focus on? Don't let the world tell you what to focus on based on what the world thinks you're capable of. If I let the world tell me what I was capable of, I would have done 1/10 of what I've done in life. My AEP was always, whatever it is, I can do it. I remember when I got a show on Broadway, not on Broadway, off Broadway, and I was like, they asked me, can you walk a tightrope? I said, absolutely. Who walks a tightrope? I mean, why would I know that I could walk a tightrope? But I said yes. And I remember another job I went in for, and they said, can you do gymnastics? I said, absolutely. They said, you can do back handsprings and everything? I said, everything. I knew I could not do a back handspring. I could never do a back handspring. Every time I tried, I platzed. So I was like, they said, can you do a back handspring? I said, absolutely. Now, luckily, they didn't say, could you show us? And I got that job. And do you know it never came up? All through rehearsal, I kept waiting for the day they'd say, this is where the back handspring's going. Never came up. I never did a back handspring. So you should always say yes to everything in terms of what you want in life. Right, Steve?
That's the way you play poker, James.
And it worked. Yes, absolutely. That's it. So, retrospective embarrassment. I am so grateful to Becky that she showed up this weekend and that she found that picture for me and that we've had this talk, because it is time for all of us to untether ourselves from the things that do not support us. People, places, things, memories, assessments, regrets, embarrassments, none of those things. You know in your heart. You know which ones support you and which ones don't. You cannot focus from an unclear mind. You cannot focus from a garbled up mental acumen of what life is. You have to be clear, really clear. And you need to see clearly now, no matter what has happened. Because it's going to be, and it already is, a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Namaste. Okay, everybody. I guess I didn't even need those slides, Swan. See that? Okay, everybody take a deep breath. How you feeling? Because that's what it's about, you know? Good, okay. So let's take out whatever contribution you're making today, whatever your tithe is, your stewardship, whatever you call it, but call it something. Be definite about it, right, Doug? I'm talking to the treasurer. Be definite about it, yes. So, thank you, Robbie. Just play that for a second. So what I know is, I can see clearly now that prosperity is always available. It is right here, right now. That the Global Truth Center is in its most prime position to explode into the world, knowing who everyone is and helping more people to know that. I'm grateful to everybody online for your participation, for waking up this morning and being with us. And to all of you in the room, thank you for coming and being here in the room. For this is what prosperity looks like. All of you, joining together in one understanding that right where I am, the infinite universe exists, and I can focus it perfectly. And I let it be so, as we say together, and so it is. Hit it there, Mindy.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So now think about what you're blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I am so grateful.
Yeah.
I am so blessed.
Let's give it up for Mindy Schinnerer.
Good morning. It's Sunday, March 9th, and here are your GTC announcements. Coming up on the calendar, today after the service here in Westlake Village, join us for our Revealing Circle experience. For anyone looking to bring more loving energy into their life, join Dr. James and the GTC ministers and practitioners for the Revealing Circle experience at 11:30 a.m. These are the last few days for you to sign up for our spring retreat in Malibu. The retreat takes place beginning Friday, March 28th, and you can sign up now on our website. We have just a few rooms left, and the last day to sign up and pay is this Wednesday, March 12th. On Friday, March 14th, join us for Soul Immersion, our popular sound bath experience here in Westlake Village. This event starts at 7 p.m., and a love offering will be gratefully accepted at the door. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR codes you'll find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone, and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Mr. Bailey, what do you have to say?
First of all, I want to thank, on behalf of all of GTC, our poker hosts, the wonderful Michael Pancake over there, and also Stan Galperson.
Where's Stan? You went downstairs.
For hosting our poker night. And just as a follow-up to that, as we know, that you were the big winner, but we also now have
The
one of
second
our
big winner was
biggest winner
Shauna.
Shauna Williams back there. And Aaron Tenner was the third. And really, we're going to do, this was so much fun, and we had so many non-poker players in the room who became winners 1 and 2, and I remember
Shauna's never played either.
The one moment in the game, and it's significantly important, where Shauna, the two of them, it's hard to know watching James's hand what he was ever playing, because at least twice while I was watching, he won. They call it, as the cards are turned over, there's a flop. Those are 3 cards, then the river gets turned over in the turn, and he had absolutely nothing in his hand.
That's not true. I had 9, 10, Jack, Queen. I didn't have the king.
All right. So twice watching his hand, he won. He had nothing up until the turn card was turned over, and twice got so lucky that the card that got turned over is like, and now you
Which
won.
is what I taught today, which is the idea. You do not
My
base...
point is,
you do not base,
anyone can play poker knowing absolutely nothing.
But my point was, don't focus just on the relative. Intuitively ask, what's next? And I knew the next thing was the king.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Equally fun, at one point, Shauna turned over her cards like, I don't know, and she just threw her cards down on the table.
She goes, I have
said,
3 twos.
I have 3 twos, and I said, actually, you have a full house. And Steve Brabant said, no, she called 3 twos. She's not getting the full house.
To which point
No!
we said, 3 twos still wins.
She still won with the 3 twos she didn't know she had, but it was very fun to see.
She knew she had 3 twos.
Exactly, I
Yes.
know. Anyway, we're going to schedule another one of these poker games. It was so much fun, and I just want to encourage, for $40, it's pizza, beer, and a great night for the
And
center.
wine,
So,
lots of wine.
And
the
lots of
gifts
wine.
were great, too.
Yes.
Lots of great gifts.
so anyway, that's thank you to that. Now, 2 things. There's still a few spots on the Sarah Retreat. So Michael and Diane just asked about it today.
There's not many rooms left.
So if anyone's still thinking about it as it approaches, please, please, please see Thor right
We have
after
to give
service.
the names on Wednesday. So
That's right.
Closed on Wednesday.
It will close out this week, so there's that. For all of our sweet friends watching online, there are still some places left for the New Thought Seder that the Wellens are hosting in Palm Springs. So that is an incredible event coming up as well, and a few of the other future things I'll be selling out in the lobby.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, let's bring up the children. Come on up, guys. Hello. You're not ready for summer. Oh. Good job. Oh, sorry, there you go.
That's okay.
It's all yours.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, she's done with us.
Today we focused on the importance of communication and specifically kind words and giving compliments that are sincere and how that makes you feel giving them and how that makes the other person feel receiving them. And then we made compliment jars. So they decorated jars and they're full of compliments. So if they're feeling like they need to pick me up and they need a compliment, they can pull one out, or they can pull one out and give it to somebody else.
I just pulled it out and it said, "You." Oh, what
Are
is
covered
that?
with glitter.
Oh, sorry, I just screwed that up, didn't I? He just went to make what?
It's still got to dry a little bit.
It'll dry.
He
Yeah.
was so creative with
You
his.
did really good. Here, hold it from the bottom. But
There you
it
go.
said, "You are smart and talented." Does that
He
work?
is.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I am
It
glittered
washes
and
off.
glued.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
It's just a little sparkle.
It's all really good.
It's just a sparkle. It's fine.
Do you want to share what you want to share a compliment?
Tell me one. Ready?
Hey, get back here. No. Okay. Your smile lights up the room.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What did you have? Where's yours? You left it downstairs. Pick one of hers. Pick one of hers. You don't want to say something nice to me? What is wrong with you? What do you got?
Anything?
Tell me. Good. You got it. Good.
You make the world a better place.
Aww. You want to say that to your dad?
Oh no.
He said, "I don't know." Yeah. Okay. Good. That's good.
Okay.
Lexi, did you have something you wanted to say? You don't have it. You have nothing good in your jar?
I spent my entire time trying to write blub on it.
Well, then think up something really great to say to the congregation.
A compliment.
A compliment.
You all look very pretty today.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, guys. Oh, wait. Stay up here. We'll close. Stay up here with us. Yeah. Okay. Consciousness on Demand today is Pauline. Where are you going to be? Downstairs. Pauline will be downstairs in the counseling room, and you will be? Meditation room. So, because we're setting up. Oh, we're setting up, yes. Okay, good. Come on up, everybody. Parents, come on up if you like to join your children up here. And everybody else can stand, yes. Okay, thank you all, everybody, for being a part of today's service. What? Oh, Jim Allen. So Jim Allen, hello, grandmother? No, aunt. So Jim Allen is in Crescent View Convalescent Home doing Mountain View. Thank you. Convalescent Home doing really well. And anybody that wants to visit him can. And that's it. We're working with him and his team to bring him back to full health. So there you go. Yes. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath. Give me a little pretty music, Robbie. Oh, God, I'm so grateful to be here, to be with all of you, to spend the time we spend together, to know what we know, and to focus from that knowing. I'm grateful to Becky for bringing her family into this center and for bringing her daring adventure to all of our minds. I'm so grateful for all the kids for bringing so much fun to us. And I just step out of the way and let the fun continue as we all say together, and so it is. So I invite you all to stand. The Healing Circle that starts at 11:30 is an amazing event. It takes about an hour. You'll be sitting with us, and if there's anything you want some clarity on or some healing on, join us. It's what we do. We do it 3 times a year for the congregation. Okay, Carol, take us away.
All right, beautiful Sunday. Let's enjoy it, shall we?
This little light of mine,
Sing it with me.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
That's right.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine.
Good morning.
Shine, shine, let it shine, 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 shine. All right.
Now everywhere my brother in peace.
What are you going to say?